show them. I'll show them all. When I'm king, I'll make Peter pay for calling me a beast. Oh! I'll also build sensible roads in this country. It's so cold. Foolish of me to leave without my coat. But there you are. I couldn't go back now, could I? Oh, I hope the Queen has another one of those hot drinks for me. Oh, and that Turkish delight. Who do they think they are, calling her a witch? They have no right to say nasty things about her. She was jolly nice to me. Anyway, she's better than that awful Aslan. At least the snow's stopped. But it's still so cold. This is Peter's fault. If he hadn't been so unkind to me, I might have stayed with the beavers. When I'm king, he'll see. Oh, is that the Queen's house? It must be. It looks like a castle. It's so dark, though. I wonder if anyone's there.
Edmund had to go right round to the far side of the castle before he found the door. It was a huge arch, but the great iron gates stood wide open. He crept up to the arch and looked inside into the courtyard, and there he saw a sight that nearly made his heart stop beating. Just inside the gate, with the moonlight shining on it, stood an enormous lion, crouched as if ready to spring. Edmund stood in the shadow of the arch, afraid to go on and afraid to go back, with his knees knocking together. Then he began to wonder why the lion was standing so still, for it hadn't moved an inch. He now ventured a little nearer, still keeping in the shadow of the arch as much as he could. At last he remembered what the others had said about the White Witch turning people into stone. Perhaps this was only a stone lion. And as soon as he'd thought of that, he noticed that the lion's back and head were covered with snow.
Oh, of course it's only a statue. No living thing would let itself get covered in snow like that. Silly being frightened of a mere statue. Probably this is the great lion Aslan they were talking about. She's caught him already and turned him into stone. So that's the end of all their fine ideas about him. Ha! Who's afraid of Azula?
Edmund turned away and got into the middle of the courtyard. There were dozens of statues all about, standing here and there rather as the pieces stand on a chessboard that is halfway through a game. There were dwarfs and some stone satyrs and stone wolves, and bears and foxes and wildcats of stone. There were lovely stone shapes that looked like women, but who were really the spirits of trees. There was the great shape of a centaur and a winged horse and a long, lithe creature that Edmund took to be a dragon. They all looked so strange standing there, perfectly lifelike and also perfectly still, that it was eerie work crossing the courtyard. He saw a dim light showing from a doorway on the far side of the courtyard. He went to it. There was a flight of stone steps going up to an open door. Across the threshold lay a great wolf.
Oh, another stone wolf. That's all right. It can't hurt me.
Who's there? Stand still, stranger, and tell me who you are.
If you please, sir, my name's Edmund, and I'm the son of Adam that Her Majesty met in the woods the other day, and I've come to bring her the news that my brother and sisters are in Narnia, quite close, in the beaver's house. She said she wanted to meet them.
I will tell Her Majesty. Meanwhile, stand still on the threshold as you value your life.
This is the right thing to do. She'll give Peter a stern telling off and make me a prince. And just wait till I see the expressions on all their faces when...
Come in. Come in, fortunate favourite of the Queen. Or else not so fortunate.
Thank you.
He found himself in a long, gloomy hall with many pillars, full, as the courtyard had been, of statues. The one nearest the door was a little fawn, with a very sad expression on its face. Edmund couldn't help wondering if this might be Lucy's friend Tumnus. The only light came from a single lamp, and close beside this sat the White Witch.
Ah!
I've come, Your Majesty.
So I see. And where are the others?
They're not here yet.
What? How dare you come alone? Did I not tell you to bring the others with you?
Please, Your Majesty, I've done the best I can. I've brought them quite close. They're in a little house at the top of the dam, just up the river, with Mr. and Mrs. Beaver.
Ah, is this all your news?
No, Your Majesty. We have to hurry because the beavers are going to take them to something called the Stone Table, where they are to meet a lion called Aslan.
What? Aslan? Is this true? If I find you have lied to me...
Please, I'm only repeating what they said.
Maugrim!
Yes, Majesty.
Take with you the swiftest of your wolves and go at once to the House of the Beavers. Kill whatever you find there. If they are already gone, then make all speed to the Stone Table. But do not be seen. Wait for me there, in hiding. I, meanwhile, must go many miles to the west before I find a place where I can drive across the river. You may overtake these humans before they reach the Stone Table. You will know what to do if you find them.
I hear and obey, O Queen.
Dwarf, make ready our sleigh, and use the harness without bells. Hurry!
Yes, Majesty.
Please, Your Majesty, could I have some Turkish delight?
Silence, fool.